I'm sorry, that enrages me. That deeply enrages me.
Where those pages are.
What was taken out?
Well, we don't know what was taken out, but what we know is that Representative Garcia read about 50 pages left out. He did read an account of the president assaulting that 13-year-old.
This president.
Yes.
Well, explain what this is, the words.
Well, apparently in this document, and I want to be very careful here because these are allegations, and President has consistently, they're unverified allegations, and President has consistently denied all the allegations and any wrongdoing.
Lady, why don't you just get out the Democratic Party?
The amount of disclosure we've had so far has been astonishing. I mean, you have to admit, it's been more than 3 million documents. It's why we have talked about it day in and day out on this show and everywhere else. And we want more of that. The president did sign the act from Congress that would disclose all this information. Right. And the DOJ does say that they are on it and they will look for any.
My friend, you get treated the way you treated President Trump when you accused him of being an abuser toward and accused him of being mentioned in the files of doing things allegedly. And it come to find out, President Trump was the one cooperating and in turn informing, and he called the police on Jack. Now you, my dear, is entitled to the same treatment that you've given everybody else, all of the Republicans, including President Trump, and accusing them of doing things. But you called for the files to be released, the files were released, and you all are mentioned. So I don't care who you are, celebrity or not. If you hurt a child or if you knew about children being hurt, you should be held accountable. Now, the same way you guys push for cancel culture, I think that Whoopi Goldberg, you might want to think be continuing on as a host of The View, because your name is all over those files.
Yes, when you take a look at this, the accusation you are referencing traces to a single woman unverified claim from 2019 FBI interviews, reviving a 2016 lawsuit filed as Jen Doe. She alleges assault by the president in 1980 when she was 13. The suit was dropped twice without evidence to trial. The president denied it. Recent evidence file release explicitly called it unverified and sensationalist, with some related memos. We have no charges, corroborations, or court validations ever occur. Politicians amplify such claims along party lines for leverage, then framed as hiding truth. Others smear no proven child assault by the president exists in record. I don't know why these people are struggling to always drag this every single time. It gets crazy when Democrats realize this is backfiring.
So what's really crazy to me is that, thinking of him giving this State of the Union and not even acknowledging that the survivors were there. Right. Not mentioning them. Not mentioning that, we are seeing American citizens by their own government. He didn't mention any of that. He didn't mention their names either.
There are many politicians that I don't like, but Ilhan Omar is up there on the list, 100%. I don't think that you should be able to sit in Congress if you were not born in the United States. It has nothing to do with her being Muslim. It has nothing to do with her being from Africa or being black or whatever excuse, other than the fact that her actions further solidify my feelings on this. I just don't feel that you can guarantee allegiance. And at this point, there are Americans who are also questionable in that respect. But I feel like there's a higher probability that you'll get someone who still has allegiance to their country. When you're naturalized, you do pledge allegiance. But a lot of people that do this, it's very clear that they didn't take their oath seriously.
He wants it to go away.
I think he does, but doesn't behoove him to
not positive. Sorry. Well, the only thing I would say is, though, the amount of disclosure we've had so far has been astonishing. I mean, you have to admit, it's been more than 3 million documents. It's why we have talked about it day in and day out on this show and everywhere else. And we want more of that. The president did sign the act from Congress that would disclose all this information. And the DOJ does say that they are on it, and they will look for any pieces that were not included. So I just think before we jump to conclusions, there's still unsubstantiated allegations that were made in 2019 before the 2020 election. And so let's see before You know,
Yes.
we know Democrats like to bash President Trump. That's
No,
the
no,
other
it's
thing.
not about bashing Trump. This is about. Listen.
about
You got.
children.
You have
this is about
people who are taking
child sex
responsibility.
crimes.
100%
They're out
disgusting
there.
crimes.
And so
I don't want to
he is
undermine
at
that at all.
he is at the tip of this iceberg, and he is the only person who we really have not heard from. Except to say, no, it never happened. It didn't.
Well, and Representative Massey and Meese are Republicans, and they are also calling for this.
And by the way, the FBI interviewed this woman, or this child, when she was a child at the time. Now she's a woman, 4 times.
4 times.
They must have had something in there that provoked them to do it 3 more times.
Well, let's find out what's going on. Let's see
There
if
should
we
have
can
been
get
4
it.
302s filled out.
Yes.
Right. We'll be right back. What 3?
What Sara actually is doing here, I appreciate her at some point because she is pointing out, just the way it should. These people can appreciate the little Trump has done. He has tried to even release up to 3 million documents, right? We have not seen, if you go back, check the previous administrations, they didn't even try. So if they are demanding more, they should appreciate the little he has done. This is all I'm asking. When I see them complaining, oh, this every single time without a little appreciation, I understand they will never appreciate, but it is good sometimes to be grateful. We'll be saying, oh, he didn't mention this, that's the reason Democrats didn't clap during the State of the Union. It's something I don't comprehend. Yes, so now Hostin faces backlash for discussing unverified Trump allegations on The View. On ABC, The View, Hostin referenced a 1983 allegations from files where a 13-year-old claimed Jeff introduced her to the president, who then forced her toward his espouse. At some point, when I look at what Sara Eisen was doing here, it got my attention. She actually went back to bring this story back because Democrats are struggling to, attribute everything linking to him. And it's like the producers all saw this, like this is a problem. They had to call her attention to backtrack this. Now millions of MAGAs on social media are tagging President Trump to sue The View. I don't know what you think after watching this.
Ilhan Omar, whatever it is, I don't like her. Is she a representative of America or Palestine?
When the entire chamber is chanting USA, Rashida Tlaib is a national disgrace. She clearly did it. Here's the video in SOT 19. This is a sick person. The first lady.
I was there, and it was as horrific as I thought it would be.
She wasn't the only one. Look at SOT 35, CNN's Abby Phillip.
But he utilized almost like these game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented to really bring these moments of togetherness that otherwise might not have been there.
Game show. Her. I'm sorry, that enrages me.
Every Democrat strategy in America should be very concerned after Trump's State of the Union address.
Democrats are just so disgusting.
Of course, he chose Amy Coney Barrett for the bench. She was one of the justices who did not vote in his favor and did not shake her hand there. Ruled against.
All right, these little drama queens. Here's the video. He shook everyone's hand. Everyone. There's the Chief Justice. He did shake Elena Kagan. Here goes Brett Kavanaugh. And there's Amy Coney Barrett. All of them got their hands shaken, to the point where they had to come back on the air and say this in SOT 33.
But we should point out as he walks in, he's pretty close to the justices again as he comes down on the floor, that he did shake their hands there this evening. There were a couple of shots that they showed, one of them making it very clear, including Amy Coney Barrett, who to court.
Oh, they thought they had such a juicy moment. The president snubbing his own appointee. No, that's not what happened at all.
To get here and to press this country to the border. I stuck in the border. Go Trump! Go Trump!
People did not even show up.
Democrats to stand for the slain passenger in North. Our first priority is Americans rather than illegal on either of those two. I think they took his bait.
I don't want to talk much. I think I'm going to end here. I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips I'm about to play, that is for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
That can take away from the joyous moment as all Americans. And why are they putting a medal?
Oh, he's already under scrutiny for 1,000 reasons. Because Patel posted this on X.
People on the left are absolutely losing their minds.
Because now it's our job.
I get suspicious when anybody, whether it's
no one should be above scrutiny.
I think that Whoopi Goldberg, you might want to think.
Isn't their whole testimony?
Don't use it as a
person's home. It's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video.
Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
The country's in such emotional turmoil.
And Republicans on both sides.
So amazing. And wasn't it so great?
Left, right, or in between. This is obvious. Watch this.